Well, hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about Jenkins. Jenkins is a build tool to build any application written in any kind of language. To install it, we will first look for the Helm chart of Jenkins. To know more about Helm, please see my other videos. First, we will add the repository as usual. Let's check the Jenkins charts we have in this repository. We will install the chart from Jenkins, not the Bitnami. I have already added Bitnami repository, that's why it is showing me the Helm chart from Bitnami also, but we will not install that. Uh, First, let's create the namespace. Namespace helps us organize our applications. We will give a name for our application, Jenkins. Take the chart name, use our namespace. Okay, now it is getting deployed. It will take some time. So let's check the status of the pods. It creates two pods for us. Okay, now it's ready. Let's check the services for this Jenkins application. We have two services. One is the Jenkins master and the agent. So now what we will do? We will put this Jenkins into internet. For that, we will go to our DNS zone. And create that A record. If you see our ingress file, we have the Nginx controller, the cluster issuer. To know about these things, please see my old videos. I have described them. We will put the host Jenkins easydeveloper.site and come to the service at 8080 port. So let's create the A records for Jenkins. A record basically is gonna create our subdomain. We will connect to the Nginx controller IP address. Please check my DNS mapping video and other videos to know this thing. Okay, I have created the ingress for other applications also. Now our Jenkins is ready. Okay, now we will install the ingress. After our A record is ready, then we install this ingress. It will create a certificate for us just for Jenkins. It is different from other applications. How the certificate is created? Please look into my certificate manager video where I try to create certificates with certificate manager. Let's check the events for the Jenkins. We will see the status of the certificates. What's happening, where it is getting created. We will see all those things in events. It's very useful to debug. I'm gonna use the sort by option, sort by timestamp. So we can see all the records in the events in a descending order. Okay. Here if you see the certificate request has been made. The name of the certificate is mentioned in our file. It creates a container image, the certificate manager, not image, sorry. It creates a container just to request the certificate. Now the certificate has been successfully issued. Let's check the status of the certificate. Okay, now it is ready. So if we go to the browser and go to the Jenkins Easy Developer site, we will have our Jenkins application with the certificate provided by Let's Encrypt. Our user is admin. Let's get the password. To get the password, if we don't remember, we can just check the status of the application with Helm. From that we will get the command to grab the secret or the password. The name of the application is Jenkins. The chart name is Jenkins/Jenkins. Alright, we will get this password from this command. Here it is. Alright, here you go. Now let's go and check our plugins. What plugins it has already installed. All the plugins actually it installs for us, so we don't need to do anything right now. What we want to do is Jenkins has two services. One is master, one is agent. When we build a job in Jenkins, it should create a pod for us. Who will create the pod is the agent. The agent will create the pod. It will connect to the master, grab the information of the job and create a pod for us. That pod will execute a job. If you have a singleton installation of Jenkins master will execute all the jobs. But it's always better to create a new pod to deploy, to build our jobs. So for that, let's see the cloud configurations. Good for us is with this installation, all the configuration is done for us. We don't need to do anything. See the configuration here. The Kubernetes URL we have is connected to our cluster. This is the service name and the namespace is default. The Kubernetes service is in the default namespace always. Let's check that one. It should be the service on the default namespace. uh, name is Kubernetes, and if you see the port is 443, so we are using there HTTPS. See, HTTPS, the service name and the namespace. That's how Jenkins is gonna access our Kubernetes service. The namespace where the pod will be created, let's test the connection. Okay, it is connecting to Kubernetes. We don't need to do anything here because the Helm chart has already done everything. Jenkins URL connecting to 8080, the tunnel to connect to the agent, the port is 50,000. The pod will be created with that label it has specified. See the usage, we have it default as use this node as much as possible because that is what we want. We want to build the job in the pod as much as possible, not in the master. The working directory, everything is okay. We don't need to do anything here. We don't save here. Let's go back. Now we will create a job. We create a test job to execute some comments in the host. We don't need to change any configuration. We will add a comment in the build step, execute cell. Okay, first thing we can put a echo to print the message. Now let's try to print the host name. Host name will be the name of our pod, not anything, because the pod is executing these comments, so the host name will be of the pod. Let's execute this. Build the job. Alright, before that we can see the pods it will create. So put our command there, the normal command. Wide is to show all the information, W is to watch it. So automatically the display will be updated for us. So now there are no pods. Let's try to build. Okay, now there is a request pending. Wait a little, it will create a pod for us. Here you go. The container is creating. Is the same image name which is used in the Kubernetes template, pod template. It's running. Very good. Let's check the status. We have put a sleep, so it will take 10 seconds to stop. See, it created that agent. The template, it automatically created for us. This template we can change if we want to build something else. This template we can change. We will see that later when we will try to build a node application. We will take another template, pod template. Here it goes by default. We are running just some comments. See, now the print is okay. The host name is the pod name which is created. See, the pod name is the same. The pod is already terminating for us because it has done its thing, finished now. It is finished success. So it's terminating. If you check it again, the pod is gone. Alright. Alright, we have installed Jenkins in Kubernetes. That's how we build a job, and the job is built in a pod, not in the master. That's how we use the capability of Kubernetes in Jenkins. Okay, alright. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to watch more videos like this.